your show. I said, it's free, man. It's free. He's like, free? No way. How you going to make any money off of free? I said, I'm not worried about making money right now, man. I'm doing the show because this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the gift to gab. That's what I do. And I went to school for broadcasting. Even though I didn't finish the school, I went there. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't have a degree. But, this is my passion, doing this podcast right now. Besides my little girl. Taking care of my kid is really my passion. But that's something that I'm going to do regardless. I don't actually have to do this podcast. I'm doing it because I want to. And I'm not going to charge anybody for it. So he was like, you're never going to make money off of this podcast. I'm like, no one knows who I am, man. So don't worry about it. So I'm not worried about it right now. So, yes, you could listen to the show for free. I don't know if you could get it on Twitter. You might be able to get it on Facebook. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the show is always going to be free for those of you who are listening and want to listen. No matter how popular this show gets, it's going to be free. So you won't have to worry about that. If you like listening to this podcast, it will be free all the time. But what I wanted to get into a little bit was a cancel culture. This cancel culture we got is completely ridiculous. It's outrageous. And that's partially how I came around to the name of this show. Probably offensive, because it's so easy to offend people these days, So, I thought, hey, I'm not a politically correct. That's almost a tongue twister to me. Politically correct. I'm not a politically correct kind of a guy. Like I said before, I don't say things to offend anybody, but in this culture that we have today, it's so easy to defend people. And it's a cancel culture, meaning if someone doesn't like something that you've said publicly in the media or you've tweeted, then they'll try to cancel you, meaning try to make you lose your job. Whatever job you have, people complain, this person should be fired. We're going to cancel you. I'm like, and celebrities bow down to this thing because they're afraid. They're afraid to tell somebody, shut the F up and get the F out of my face. All right? Always apologizing about everything. You won't, and that's one thing you're going to find with me. I don't know where the show is going or how popular it will ever be, but you're not going to find me apologizing, okay? Because I'm not apologizing for things that I'm not sorry about. Okay, if I'm not sorry, I'm not going to apologize just for to save face, because someone says, "Hey, what you said was offensive, and you should be canceled." Like, you can cancel these nuts, Junior, for real, because I'm not apologizing for stupid shit. That's not who I am. That's not how I get down. Cancel culture. Some of these celebrities, though, man, I mean, eventually this culture will get all the entertainers, because somewhere along the line they have said something, tweeted something to have to apologize about, or have people saying that they should be fired, and the industry, the entertainment industry, bows down to these people. This thought that an actor, or usually not an athlete, because sports teams usually they're gonna pick up players who can generate revenue and help them win ball games. Period. But actors, uh, singers, they will apologize for stuff that they're not sorry for, just to save face, because this is the cancel culture. If you're on a TV show or a radio show, you can get yourself into trouble by saying the wrong thing. And somebody's going to be offended by something you say, even if what you're saying has nothing to do with them. Like, there's a lot of people who are offended for other people, and not only are they going to be mad at you for saying what you said, they're going to be mad at other people. Like, if you're an Asian person and somebody says something about Asian people on the radio, you're going to have some white person, usually a woman, be mad at the person who says something about the Asian people and the Asian person who's not mad about it. You're both going to need to be canceled. They're going to be like, you got to be kidding me. You should be standing up for your culture, and be offended that this person has said this, and the person who said it, you should be kicked off the earth for saying something. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but that's the culture I'm talking about. The cancel culture. I'm like, this is ridiculous, man. I'm a nobody, but if I was a celebrity of some kind, and I constantly had people following me around, taking my picture, that doesn't bother me. But if you're all up in my face with a camera and a microphone, I would tell you, get the fuck out of my face, man. Damn. And asking me questions, personal questions, I would say, none of your business. It's one of my favorite phrases. I say it all the time to people. None of your business. I tell people none of your business about stuff that really is their business. But I say it anyway because I like saying it. And I think it should be said more, especially by entertainers. Try it out sometime. None of your business. I say it to some people when they're asking me a question that I really wouldn't even mind answering. But, I say it because there's so many times and instances where I feel like a celebrity, an entertainer, should be saying none of your business when they're being asked questions that are none of their business. But no one says it. They beat around the bush, and sometimes they answer in such a way to try to just give you an answer that's designed for you to just shut up. Not to follow up on the question that you're asking is of a personal nature. It's actually none of your business, but they don't usually say that, which I'm astonished by, because to me it's the optimal thing to say in a situation where somebody's asking you questions that's really none of their business. And so, but that's the society we live in. That's the world. That's where we are right now in our culture, and it's what we're going to have to deal with. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there, just in case anybody agrees with me or disagrees. Right now, you have no recourse to, you can't call the show. By the way, that brings me to a point that I was going to announce that at some point I'm going to do this show live. At some point I'll do this show. It'll be live, and you'll be able to call in. Now, obviously that's not right now, since if you're listening to this show, you've gone on one of the platforms where it's available, which soon, hopefully soon, it'll be available on iHeart as well as Spotify and other places, all these other places where you can get podcasts. But I'll have a phone number in case you want to call the show while it's going on and say something. Now, I don't expect this to happen anytime soon, but at some point I will put a phone number out there, a landline number where you can call whenever I go on live. When it grows, eventually this show is going to grow, and I'll do some live episodes, and I'll let you know ahead of time when that's going to be. You don't have to guess and be like, but it'll be after. It won't be, within the next few weeks. I don't think it'll be after the show picks up some popularity, and well, you'll be able to call in live and talk to me. And not only that, I'm still scouting for a co-host. As much as I like to blab and go on and on, in the studio by myself, it would be nice to have somebody to interact with. I just not quite there yet with locating the person. So, something to look forward to. If you're wondering, man, is this guy going to go on by himself doing a show? No, I wanted to start the show out by myself and see how it is, see how it comes off, get a few episodes in there, and fill it out a little bit. But my intention always was to eventually have a co-host on the show. So that's going to happen eventually. So that's something to look forward to if you become a fan of the show, a fan of this podcast. You'll eventually you're going to see there'll be a co-host on the show. The other day I was thinking about something that somebody had said to me a long time ago. This is a long time ago. This is an ex-girlfriend of mine. I will not mention her name. But if she listens to this podcast, she'll know who she is, because she is the only person who's ever said this to me. And that is, she was talking about another young lady who she was not very happy with. And she said, I would beat that bitch within an inch of her life. And it's not funny. I don't know why I'm laughing about it. Actually, I do know why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I kind of thought an inch of her life. Why would you beat somebody within an inch of their life? Are they supposed to be thankful that you didn't kill them? That you only beat them until they were almost dead? And why an inch? How do you measure that? How do you measure an inch of someone's life? And if you want to get really close to them dying, why not a centimeter? That's smaller than an inch. I will beat her within an inch of her life. How about a centimeter of their life? Wouldn't that be better? Wouldn't they know more? Oh man, I almost died, but you stopped beating me just in time for me to survive. I mean, I will beat you within an inch of your life. I mean, when I heard that, I wanted to laugh at the time, but she might not have appreciated it. When she said it to me, she was very upset and, just trying to express to me that she didn't really appreciate this other girl who she was threatening to beat within an inch of her life. I was like, so you're not going to beat her to death. That's good, because, beating people to death tends to draw the authorities and